When I'm not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are, my love. When I'm not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are. Not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are, my love. When I'm not around. When I'm not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are, my love. When I'm not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are. Not around, who will be there walking as you fall asleep into a dreamland? I'm wishing on a star, wondering where you are, my love. When I'm not around.
Upset stomach?
Eyes look like a zombie, only giving calm peace. Don't bother nobody, it don't even cross my mind that you could smell it on me. Everywhere I go, keep it on me or I don't leave. Even though they want me to, I don't show emotions. Parked another joint and I ain't even noticed. I be in the clouds, sometimes it's like I'm floating. Breaking down another one, measure out my dosage. Wake up, bake up, time to roll another one. You say I got everything, I say I ain't got enough. Wake up, bake up, time to roll another one. Still waiting for the day I see the sun.
I want a Ferrari, I want a Ferrari. Wanna drop my top, feel my braids in the breeze. 4
It's your man, the Mega Power TV, coming at you. Let's get this going here. Let's get this all dialed in. It's your man, the Mega Power TV, coming at you live for a power hour on a Wednesday. We're dropping in with a little ranked play today. Let's see how this goes. Match starting.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
All right. A lot of your success in this is based on your teammates, so let's see what we've got working with us today. Let's go, boys.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets.
Let's go,
to bring them back
bioweapons,
faster.
boys.
All right, we got you started. You finished the job. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Oh, come on, man. I really wish the melee thing wasn't so powerful at the start. But it is what it is. Teammates didn't drop with me. So, let's dial it in.
We are returning you to the front. Earn this. What? They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back out there, yep?
Place 15th. Well, that was a quick one. Oh, come on, boys. I have no idea like what the top weapons are right now, but we're not too worried about that. We are just looking to get in here. Hopefully, we can try to get some guys to actually drop in with the team. All right. Let's see. Let's pull up. You know, I almost need to do a video where we talk about Doc here, so maybe I'll get that pulled up on the next break in between rounds here.
There's me right there, and then there's
I mean, we might as well. Let's take a look through and see. Home.
there's me right there, and then
I
there's
wish she wouldn't have. Heck yeah.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up reinforcements. Stand by.
Just getting through these commercials on YouTube, man, can just be a Alright, this is the loadout that the Hype Zone made for me, so let's check it out.
Enemy
Effective fire.
See how this guy... Alright, comes on me. One of those guys. Oh man. I should have expected ranked play on a weekday is gonna be a little rough, right? I might have to jump in some like standard VR.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Alright. Alright.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
If they drop with me, I'll be surprised. I don't see it happening though. That guy came down with me though, so we got one guy who's
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
Ammo depot here.
I just feel like this should be a more like favorite drop site for people.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
SOG here.
Teammates down. Alright, let's start doing what we like to do, and that's cooking.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Oh, how? Oh man, missed. I think I was too hard on that one. Teammates all the way out over here pushing.
Mark the target.
There.
Moving here.
Enemies deploy the counter UAV.
There, I got your help, man.
Gas is moving.
Surprised I haven't been sniped yet. How low it is? I have no idea. This guy hasn't put a plate on yet, so I'm assuming he's AFK.
Some of your squad's outside the safe zone.
I should regroup, but I don't know what these guys are up to.
Got movement.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Got eyes on a weapon.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Probably gonna regret this move, but
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
I see one of them. Where's the other one?
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Heard footsteps.
25 are still active in the AO.
Eight meters directly underneath. Oh, lagging. Oh my god, the lag.
Enemy destroyed. Use your TAC map to hunt down the rest of them.
Alright. Oh my god.
Losing ground. Move it.
I got lucky there,
Mark the
boys.
remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
I'm lagging bad.
Head to the safe zone. You've got reinforcements inbound.
Moving to my mark.
Got movement.
Enemy soldier incoming.
God, the lasers.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
I hear him in the water. But where?
Enemies dropping into the AO. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Self-revive kit here.
Kill confirmed. We located the rest of them.
Ah, you can't.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
What are we doing?
Self-revive kit, here. Moving here.
Moving out. Let's move forward.
You got gas moving in.
Got
Weapon
movement.
over here.
Disregard that. Moving here.
Get your squad to the safe zone. No one gets left behind.
Still alive.
Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices.
What are these guys doing?
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
I'm hugging this wall.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
All right, let's get the job done.
Gas is inbound.
Back at it.
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
What are these guys doing? Come on, boys, get back in here.
Regroup here.
Made it to the top 10.
Oh, we got 4.
Gas is closing in.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Move to the safe zone. Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station.
Definitely hear you, brother. Wait. He's cheating. Look at that! Look at that toggle, toggle, toggle.
Only 10 were left. Failure ain't fatal. It's just an opportunity to do better. Gas is moving.
Watch this guy.
Got contact. Feeling weak.
This game just makes no sense how it functions.
Back on my feet. I'm good. Just needed electrolytes.
I'm not gonna wait. Da-da-da. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. All right. So, we were going to watch this video just to talk about Doc here. Just for a quick minute. I know everyone's super excited to hear more about that, right? And if you're wondering why is there a light on, we're in the club today. If you're new to the stream, it's a throwback thing from way back in the day. So if you weren't there, you weren't there. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was during the dog days of the pandemic where we were down in the basement a lot, you know, creating content, looking for time to fill, and trying to shake things up a little bit while we were at home for a while. So let's see. Let's get this pulled up on the Boogietron or the Powertron, if that's still here. The Powertron, that's what we're calling it. This is when we spectate someone and they're gonna put on a show. We come check it out. I really should turn the strobe off. Where is this thing? You know, it truly is a throwback stream when that thing's going. But look at the difference, man. It's just not the same without the light on behind you. You're down in the basement, and it's just, you know, you see exercise balls, treadmills, rowing machine, exercise bike, and it's just not the same, you know. All right, let's get this pulled up here. All right, add a source. Let's go browser capture, maybe. Browser source, add. Cancel. Let's just do window capture. Today. We'll have to really shrink this down to make this fit. Yo, shout out to our boy Asmongold, by the way. We're gonna pull this into here. Now I can't see it. All right. Let's break this down a little bit. So, as you guys know, the big news going around the online game community and like the first-person shooter space is as we go back to 2020, you know, Doc got kicked off of Twitch, banned, whatever it was. None of us knew what it was for. And, he filed a lawsuit. We end up in 2024. He's streaming on YouTube, right? Here we are, June 2024. And some dude, and by the way, guys, if you're one of these Twitter users, just stop using Twitter and social media. Like, get off that stuff. It's not good for you. Especially don't be following individuals like, like example, I like Asmongold, right? But I don't follow Asmongold on Twitter. One, I don't have Twitter, except I have Twitter for the Mega Power, but I've actually never been on it. I actually think we're streaming. I think we're actually streaming live on Twitter right now, or X, whatever you want to call it. So, anyways, just get off that stuff. But unless you're watching me on there, then definitely stay on there and be active. But a post came out by some random, and by some random, I don't know how he's tied to Twitch. Couldn't care less, and I don't know why anyone's following him. But apparently, he used to work at Twitch at some level, and apparently has some sort of knowledge on some information. And he disclosed some information that he alleged that Dr. Disrespect, and I'm going to paraphrase a lot of this stuff. So he was basically alleging that Dr. Disrespect was messaging underage girls and soliciting. It didn't go as far to say as to like the degree of sexual content, sexual nature that was involved in it. But I should get my lawyer on here just to talk about it one of these days. But I generally don't like to bother him about this kind of stuff. And so it would be fun for content, right? But we'll get him back in the channel to play some games sometime, and I'll just get his take on it. But anyways, and so then, so this guy posts that, Doc was going after your young, underage girls. Doc comes back, whatever, can't talk, basically a post that can't talk about it. And, then people are still going on. So then that was on a Friday. We go into the weekend, come back on a Monday, and he goes live and addresses some stuff. And then as that goes on, he essentially says he's going to take a break from streaming, which I don't blame him at that point. Just in general, he probably should have just taken a vacation anyways before any of this new news came out. Or news, I don't know what else to call it. You guys can follow with me, and we won't get bogged down in the details. And I'm trying to think of how to word this, but because I don't follow it too closely because I just don't care that much. And long story short, more information came out, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, I saw the messages. He was whispering girls directly." And then he got released or voluntarily, involuntarily worked with Midnight Society and stepped down from his position, right? And, all the news came out some more. And so then Doc made a post, right? So and then we're going to pick up where Asmon was talking about
Usually
stuff.
means someone did something. Okay, let's see what he said. Investigation, and just said this.
Like a leader of the community, and same with
Money from YouTube.
I just wish we could actually get through ads, man. We'll pull up Riff while we wait for this ad to play. Shout out to my man Dale D'Antoni, by the way. This is a big Dale D'Antoni channel, so more commercials. I don't know how the reactors do it. They must have like a YouTube subscription, right? So that they don't have to work through this and work around it. That would be my guess. Yo, Pete Pav in the building, as you guys can see. What is up, Pete, my man? He says, play Fortnite Reloaded. It's like Resurgence, but on Fortnite. I tried it out the other day, and I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I feel like they screwed up the movement in the game too. It must just be like we've kind of like reverted back to like OG style. And I actually thought the movement back in the day in Fortnite sucked. But okay, let's figure out where
Guess
we're
we're
at
gonna
now.
have to find out. I mean, I don't want to retread the same ground that we did, multiple times over the past 2 days. Like, we've already talked all this out. So, like, I mean, with what Ninja's saying, I don't
Let's
think
see.
the
So this is one that I can't even read this text because I'm this old. That text is way too small for me. I actually have this pulled up on a 65-inch TV right now, and I still can't read it. So for me to go read it, I need to actually stand up and walk over to the TV and go look at it. So hold on one sec, boys. I'm not going to read through that wall of text right now. I'm not going to do that. But long story short, there's like an email that came out. Let's hear what Asbin has to say about this email.
message interpretations were interpreted negatively by people who didn't like Doc to begin with at Twitch, and Doc.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway from this so far is that from the random streamers take out here, that we have no evidence of anything other than a dude making a post on Twitter and then Dr. Disrespect making a post on Twitter. And essentially, my initial thoughts are, it's just from what it seems like on the outside looking in, is that back in 2017, Doc was like DMing chicks and cheating on his wife, right? And probably getting messages and just responding to them. And then, then in like 2018, what was it that he like came on stream and was like, I cheated on my wife, and was crying on there. It's like, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, man, whatever. 2020 gets a Twitch ban. 2024, we find out all about it, right? Well, my guess is what happened, and I don't know this to be true. So in the follow-up response, Doc came out and said that he was DMing chicks back in the day, and that one of them turned out to be underage at the time. And then that's what he got banned for, because then someone at Twitch a few years later found out. My guess is, just based on, and I don't know this to be true, but I'm sort of just guessing that there's no criminal activity, criminal charges, criminal investigation, all this stuff. My guess is he was DMing chicks, didn't know that this one was underage, and then Twitch then later found out about that and banned the guy, right? Makes sense. And then that would be why, like, hey, he didn't know. I don't know what the legal ramifications of that are. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't really pretend to be one. But I could actually, if you actually just take a pause for a second, like a lot of these keyboard warriors, and think like, yeah, it is gross when you're DMing underage girls, right? But you can see how if you don't know they're an underage girl, and then you find out later on that it's like, oh shit, hasn't happened to me, but I don't really DM chicks. But it is what it is, and he shouldn't have been doing that, right? I mean, what are we going to say? It is also possible he could be 100% a predator and came out and was knowingly do that. We don't know. By his claim, he says he wasn't doing that. That's all we've got. We really don't have any evidence, and we're never really going to find out until we see that. Yeah, and to confirm, Pete says it's OG movement. Shout out to the Fizzle out here in Streamland. And, then that's kind of where it's really just ended this. It's sort of Doc saying he's going to take a break, right? So let's jump ahead here. Large email leak, don't care. Doc finally speaks out. Let's read through the post.
The Twitch ban.
Why do I have to watch so many commercials? I can't even click through anything. Like, the amount of commercials on the internet has just gotten crazy. It reminds me of back in the day, like when XM came out, and it was like commercial-free radio, and you were paying a monthly subscription for it, and then eventually they realized, oh, there's a lot of people on here, and we can make money by taking in advertisements. And the internet used to not have them, and now, well, it's full of them, right? So here we are, waiting. So let's read this.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right, so Asmongold is excited.
Go. All right. Let's read it.
Let's see what Asmon has to say.
Regarding the Twitch ban, hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept
Well, not necessarily, but let's continue.
responsibility, which is why I'm here now.
I'm taking responsibility only because I did get caught, right? Caught. I will say this, like, so I wonder what so this is a 4-year gap between some random dude with knowledge of the situation just making a post on Twitter about it. I kind of wonder, like, what was the motive behind that? Why specifically, like, June 25th, 2024? And like, why just sort of that happens, right? Like, what happened there? Like, why is it like, I'm actually more interested just to know what that person's up to too, even though they're not alleged to have done anything, but it just makes me wonder, right? Like, what is that person looking for out of this?
First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Game Studio. A lot of people are left in.
The truth is, he really doesn't have to apologize to anyone. The only thing is he's got to look at himself in the mirror, and then he's also got to look at his wife in the mirror and his kids, or in the mirror. Why would he look at it? You guys know what I'm saying. He's the one that actually has to deal with his wife and kids now and be like, oh, let's relive this when I cheated on you years ago and I admitted that on the internet, to then like have this resurface of like, oh, I cheated on you. Yeah, well, it turns out I was also DMing girls. Some of them ended up to be underage. And yeah, now I'm losing my game studio and some other stuff for that. So daddy's home, everyone. And it's just like, hey, this is why you don't do that kind of stuff, boys. Like, God, yeah, come on, Doc.
In the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people with high career ambitions.
I had some guys on my Discord channel that were like, immediately thought Doc was like a pedophile by all this without actually stopping and thinking. And I'm projecting a little bit and paraphrasing, but yeah, they were like, see, Doc did it. And it's like, yeah, and this was when they found out that he was off of Midnight Society. And if you follow sports at all, as soon as anyone gets any sort of like red flag on them, all the advertisers and business partners and everything, everyone jumps ship, right? Because why wouldn't you?
And families, I'd never want to jeopardize the culture that we've carefully crafted. Everyone's been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban.
I wonder why he even did this, to be honest. Like, why would you do that? Honestly, though, like, why would you not immediately contact, like, your agent and your lawyer and have them craft something for you if you even decide to respond? I don't understand this at all. And again, it's because it's right in front of you and you can message it out. But I would like to think that I would not respond at all until I had my legal counsel respond for me if we decided to respond. That's what I think. I don't necessarily know that that's how I behave because I haven't been in that situation. I don't plan on being in that situation, but for the time being, I that's what I think I would do.
Okay, here it is. As I said, I knew it was going to come out. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes.
And that's what I was talking about. So, like, and this is where a lot of people are getting hung up. They're like, he admitted to talking to a minor. Yes, he did. It doesn't talk about did he knowingly do that, right? So that's a key piece that gets mixed up. I wonder why he didn't specifically address that. So it makes you wonder if he did know because he didn't address that specifically or not. But who knows, right? And so I don't know all the laws, right? Especially, and I don't know how this works. So we're just sort of like parsing this just on our own, right?
Were the real intentions behind these messages? Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not laughing that like we're separating the thieves communicating because here's what's probably happening. Honestly, he was probably doing this with like 10 different girls all at the same time. Some of them, most of them probably adults, and like one ended up being underage. So I'm not laughing at that part. What I'm laughing about is just generally like, yeah, I'm a scumbag, but I'm not that much of a scumbag, but I'm actually pretty scummy. Like, it might have leaned a little bit in there, but I didn't send a dick pic or anything like that, boys.
Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved in a settlement. Let me be clear. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me.
Yeah, this is where it's weird. So, like, when he talks about the settlement, he's actually so Twitch got rid of him. He sued Twitch. So there wasn't like this wasn't Twitch going after him. He actually won. I'm going to say the settlement was a win for him to walk away with your money, not having to do work. And so obviously with the settlement, they were going to pay out a portion of the contract and wouldn't do the whole thing, right? But that part is interesting to me, right? Where they obviously knew this information, which is why they got rid of him. But ultimately, they decided to settle with him, which I guess I can't blame them, right? If you look at it, like if Amazon, your parent company, you got a bunch of cash and you want this guy to go away off your brand, just pay him out his contract. If you, it's one of those things. I wonder if you're just like, you know what, let's just get rid of him. And if we have to make this settlement, we just do it. Maybe that's what they did. But it is interesting, right? I still wonder, like, okay, so then when you get a settlement, this stuff all gets sealed up and you don't disclose it. I'm interested to see what happens to the guy that like released sort of this information. I don't know if Doc can sue him or go after him. I assume he can, right? But I don't know. So that would be my next move. That's why I wouldn't have contacted or said anything. I would have let all the chips fall as far as what was happening. And then I would have worked probably with my lawyer and agent to then like start to go after whoever I thought was like doing this to me.
Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband and a father, and it should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit.
Yeah. Yep. That part sucks, is where you're just like, yeah, I'm a scumbag. But it is what it is. I mean, we're gonna have a scumbag probably running the country again and shortly. So, our standards really aren't that high if you actually think about it.
It was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone who knows...
In general, everyone out there, especially kids, well, I don't think kids should be on social media, but stay off of it as much as possible.
Knows that I stand on these things with these types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I have from even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I think I've said what needed to be said for the ban itself. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team and industry friends that I've supported me.
He's talking about like basically everyone calling him a pedophile, and he's trying to say that like, hey, I'm not a pedophile. And that's where it leads me down to the line of I don't think he knew that they were underage. The problem is, and I don't know the laws, and so I'm not necessarily putting my opinion on this. I'm just kind of filtering through this as I go through it. It's like, I don't know. Obviously, that doesn't matter, right? There's a level of that like it's bad, but it's not as bad if you knew, but it's still bad, right? It's kind of this like, it's pretty shitty, but it's not as shitty, but it's still shitty. Does that make sense to everyone? Does everyone get what I'm saying? It's still gross, right? Like, come on, man. Like, and just like, did he do like age, sex, location like the 90s? Did he remember to do that? But again, even if it's not, like, I think if you get misled, I don't necessarily think that makes it like okay either.
I apologize. I wish I could have said this all sooner. You guys have always showed me love throughout the years, and all of you guys can't imagine. I have the fucking best community in the circle. It's made me uncomfortable. I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know that I've always appreciated you. But trust me whenever I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with no real-life social experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight lift.
You know, one of the things I wish people would do, and I think they need to recognize this, so you don't have to live your mistakes the rest of your life, but to say I'm not that same guy, I would need to take to a psychologist about this to dive into. That would be an interesting thing. I actually think it's important to say, no, I am this guy. It was a mistake that I made, but that's who I am. And then it doesn't necessarily mean that you still are that person, right? Years forward. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like, it's this ownership piece of like, no, I did do that, which he did, but you say, no, that's me. I'm a flawed individual, and I hope to never do that again. It's sort of like, I guess that where I'm going with that is, let's take away the current topic and talk about like being an alcoholic. Let's say you're 20 years sober. You're still an alcoholic. You're just 20 years sober, but you are still an alcoholic. That's kind of what the nature of what I'm getting at, if that makes sense. So, but it would be an interesting topic to discuss with like a psychologist on here. So we'll file that away as to one day we'll get a psychologist on the channel. Maybe get one in the Steammates Steammates podcast where I'm doing my interview from the Steam room, which you guys can't see me pointing off to the side. Man, that would be fun.
Lifted off my shoulders. They want to make me disappear. Yeah, fucking right.
And so that's where he's, going to say like, I will be back, right? Let's just see. Anyone out there in the chat? Fizzle's still out there. Yeah, you're out there, Fizzle. Come on, man. Let's see you fill up the chat. Yeah, honestly, like, this is gonna sound bad, but I was disappointed in this whole scenario coming out because like I just wanted to watch Dr. Disrespect on stream. That's really what it came down to. That's a bit selfish, right? But I don't know him personally, and I really don't care what goes on in his personal life. I just wanted him streaming so I could watch it. But I'm not gonna lie, like if he went live like a month from now and I tune in, it might be a little weird, right? like like chat, tell me like what would you guys do? Are you gonna watch and just tune in? Because I just want to watch the character, right? I could separate I mean, is that what you do? Do you separate the character on screen from what happened? Because we don't really know what happened. The only thing that we know is that he said he whispered a minor. There's no other context in that. And so without that additional context, you're just left with that. And so it's gross. And so I guess the answer is no, we won't watch that, right? Like, because it's just ew. But you see, like, either way, like, God, there's no way around it. That's why it's just so disappointing where you're like, because I don't want to watch Tim the Tap Man I don't want to watch anyone else. I only liked watching Asmongold play World of Warcraft and talking about stuff, and I only liked watching Dr. Disrespect. So it's like, damn, dude, could it have been? I'm about to sound horrible right now, boys. So just dial it in here. This is gonna be a take like when you get COVID, you just need to cough it out kind of take, right? Like, but I'm a wishing that I would just wish this would have been someone else that had like, oh god, like could it have just been some random other dude instead of Doc? Man. Imagine having to go like talk to your wife about this scenario though. Good God, just imagine like her looking at you on the other side of the table, just staring at you. My Call of Duty's restarting right now, by the way. And just be like, hey, you get done with the stream. She's like, so how'd your day go today? And you're like, don't check your phone at all. I think we should get rid of our cell phones. In fact, I think we should move out of the country like right now and like not ever talk about the internet ever again. Oh my god, could you just imagine that? Like hey, a few years ago when I told you when I admitted on stream that I was cheating on you, and she's like, yeah, I did want to have to relive that moment, but I forgave you. No, you didn't. And then to have to be like, so there was another little detail in there that I kind of left out. You remember my Twitch ban? Yeah, well, so a little something came up today. And that little thing came up. There was a little minor detail. Oh, really? Yeah, so about that, the reason that they got rid of me and it was a big fight and all this stuff, and like I was whispering a girl on there. Really? Yeah. Well, to be fair, I might have been whispering a lot of girls. Well, it doesn't really make me feel better. Well, yeah, one of them ended up being underage, and just imagine the wife. It's just like, if I could, to be a fly on a wall of that conversation, having no skin in the game, where you just are watching it, going like, awkward, as you're just like realizing that like the woman has like, you're like, I married this guy, I procreated with this guy, and like this is the kind of stuff that I have to deal with now, like, and just like that moment, that flood of emotions and the history and everything all flooding in at once. And then it's just like, you think about your childhood and you're like, where did I go wrong? Where did my parents go wrong? How did all these things lead me to this point right here where you're like, I'm married to a millionaire, but he is an absolute scumbag. Oh God.
Did he know that they were a minor? Like, that's kind of a big deal to me, right?
Oh, see, Asmon's talking about what I'm talking about.
Did he know that? He did? Oh,
We don't know that. That's the thing where like he's responding to his chat right there, and we don't actually know. The alleged post on Twitch didn't even decipher if he knew or did not, and Doc himself did not state if he knew or not. So that's something we don't know. We don't know the context of it. Apparently, the guy who posted it says he knows the context of the messages. Again, and we wonder what his motivation is behind this. So, and that's kind of where we've left off. There's no new news today. And in the end, life goes on for the rest of us, right? But that's where we're at. So, now the truth is, here's my motivation. Let's get...
There's no instance that happened. It sounds like it. Sounds implied that he did. Okay, so we don't know that. Yeah, a document posted by former Twitch employee said that he doesn't.
Yeah, and this is one thing I wanted to watch with this. Like, so and I've seen a lot of this where a lot of people are really having a hard time deciphering like what we do and don't know. Like, and so what really all that we know is exactly what is written on there. And so you can read between the lines a little bit, but that's just it's not a good thing to do. You have to just take the information that's there. And so you see a lot of people run with it and say he knew, or they're claiming he was a pedophile before any of this post even came out. And it's like, you're stretching stuff that's not there. And so you got to just work with what's there. Right now, we're all individuals. We have biases and all this stuff. And so I can understand where you're probably leaning towards like, yeah, all this stuff sort of adds up, right? In a totality history and stuff. But there's just really not a whole lot of evidence here. And by evidence, I mean, there's none actually other than Doc's own report of what happened. And it's not even what happened. It's just a very, 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 very small amount of detail. And so my thoughts on this is, well, there's always an opportunity, right? And so now that Doc's gone, let me it's time to do this here. We're gonna mute that window capture. We're gonna delete the window capture. Video capture. We're gonna slide myself back in here, boys. Drop myself back down below here. Transform this. We're gonna reset the transformation back. Well, the truth is, with the updated recent events happening, I think it's time that, with Doc taking a step back, that means there's an open spot available in the online gaming community of the boomer category. And so when one door closes, a new door opens. And let's just take a look right here. I think it's time that, and you guys know what I mean by this, but it's time with Doc riding off into the sunset. You got yourself an almost 40-year-old guy ready to step right into that top spot in the online game community in the boomer space of Warzone. I'm just as not good at video games. I'm just as old. I have just as little hair left on my head. And I'm ready to take that spotlight and step in. So if anyone's out there, let Tim the Tap Man know that I'm ready to play with him. Let anyone, Nick Burks, I don't have all these issues either. Like, I've got a clean slate. So if you guys want to come in, build a guy up with you that's got no bad history yet. And let me take that spot. Let me take the limelight on, and let's do this thing together. So if you're out there, Midnight Society, it's your man, the Mega Power TV, coming at you live from his basement, man. So let's make a deal and let's do this. But let's get back into this. That's been enough. We're back for a little Warzone.
Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Let's see if these guys will drop by old with me. I bet you they don't. We got a teammate. How you shoot like that? And is it Canuck? Oh boy. Oh shoot.
Mark the target.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh, come on, boys. Where you at? Man, get on the roof and get in the gunfight, man. Look at these guys.
Resurging. Go get your revenge.
Alright, we're
Mark the target. Moving here.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Taking effective fire.
Ow! God! How did he get an assault rifle? Look at that controller lock on.
Reinforcements inbound. Stand by for redeployment.
We might have to regroup.
Regroup here.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Moving here.
Regroup, boys.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Armor here. We have active field upgrade here.
Here you go, boys.
You got reinforcements inbound.
Assault rifle marked.
Supply boxes marked. Secure those locations. You got gas moving in.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
One supply box down. 2 remain.
Alright, I'm coming. Let's peek this corner. Oh, nailed him.
2 supply boxes secured. 1 remaining.
Come on.
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Target down.
Nailed him. Come on.
All supply boxes secured. Contract complete.
Hostile motor strike near your position.
Come on, stop. Come on, boys, fight! I should have had him. I outplayed him too.
Just enough.
I didn't get a kill that round. I did actually. Huh. 940 damage. Fizzle my nizzle, man. It's good to have you back in the chat, though, man. We need to get you back in the online gaming space a little more often, man. It hasn't been the same without you out here. We had the club lighting on earlier. If you missed it, well, I'll show you what it looks like. Boom. Now the sun has come out, so it's like lit up the basement a little more than it was earlier. Boom. There we go. There we go. Now we're lit up. Just reading my emails. Oh. I wanted to stream earlier, but literally every game I had going needed an update, so it took a while to get things going.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemies dropping into the AO.
The gameplay is so boring. The gunplay is made for like 11-year-olds who are really mad at their stepdad.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Reloading. I need another mag. Ooh, look at that guy spinning.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Taking effective fire.
Watch this. Oh boy, you know this guy's played a lot. Look at this. All right, we're dialed in.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
All right, we're geared up fast. We're about to get evil, boys. Let's go. Mega Power 64 in the building. Ninja 4426. Locked and loaded and ready to go. Still waiting for my map to load.
Survive and your team can
$1 billion
redeploy.
development
Targets to bring 'em
studio
back faster.
and franchise.
Mark.
All right, we got you started. You finished the job.
All right. Hopefully, you guys come with me to Biolabs.
Moving here.
I'm guessing they're not coming. So we're gonna be on our own. It's all right. Guns, nope, there it is. This game's a little buggy, boys. You just gotta kind of roll with it. Know what you're getting yourself into. I've got the roof handled. Team didn't come with me though. So that is what it is. Hopefully they come here.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Bounty targets are up. Get after them.
Well, they're not coming here apparently. What are they doing? They're all the way over here? Jesus. That's a recon drone, so I can't use that, can I? I have to get used to the movement in this again. So we're gonna stick with the MCW just because of the extended clip. Or extended mag, sorry. I was listening to the Cleared Hot podcast and they made sure to tell you it's not called a clip, it's a mag. I'll get to my teammates, because that's what a teammate does.
Gas is inbound. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
Oh, I'm lagging. I'm here, boys.
Requesting recon at this time.
Head to the safe zone. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free. Loadout drop headed your way. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done.
There we go. Do I use the hype zones? Alright, we'll use the one hype zone made for me.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Only 25 remain. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
Waiting for the teammate.
Enemies deploy the counter UAV.
Alright, I'm with you.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
Where'd this guy go? $26 meters. 6 meters.
Strike in the area.
Copy your mark. Mortar strike inbound.
Meters.
Hostile mortar strike near your position.
Gas is closing in. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh my god. Did you guys see the gun jammed basically? I don't know what to call it, but it stopped firing. Unbelievable. This game's so buggy.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
I find out if this guy's hiding in the same spot or not.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Alright. Who knows what this is?
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your 6.
Oh. Where did that guy get dropped from?
Gas is moving. Your squad made it to the safe zone.
Where are the targets, boys? I do have to leave to pick up the hype
Fire
zone
sale's
soon.
over. Adjusting prices.
So loud. The guy kicks a door in and it's louder than anyone like sprinting full speed at you. Munitions box down.
Resurgence has closed. No more second chances. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
Ah, Yogi.
Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. You're losing ground. Move it. All squad members are in the safe zone.
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
UAV is single. You made it to the top 10.
Bunker buster, huh?
Be
Oh,
advised,
shit.
resurgence is no longer active.
Oh, love it.
Only 10 were left.
Love it. 3 guys just pop out of a
They hit us
corner.
hard that time. Let's regroup and get back up there, yep.
Don't thank me.
You can't sit in this game. You just have to keep moving.
Only 4 remain. Finish the job.
Woo! Super exciting game. Alright, I better go pick up the hype zone. Well, that was a exciting power hour, everyone. All right, everyone, it's your man, the Mega Power TV. I'm out. I gotta go get the hype zone. This is where the ending theme plays. We are ending the stream for you. I should just record that as a song.